Oh my God. Angel Reese fans, oh my God, we gotta break this down. As Angel Reese fans believe that Sandy Brondillo and the Toronto Temple may be interested in having her join the expansion team. Where they got this nonsense, I have no idea. But there's an article, we're gonna break it down. I don't think Sandy Brondillo wants to touch Angel Reese with a 10-foot pole in terms of her joining her team. But let's break it down, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video.
Let's dive straight into it, because Angel Reese didn't just leave the Chicago Sky. She torched the bridge on her way out. She quit, plain and simple, walking away from her team right in the middle of the season. And the reason she offered? So weak it barely held up under scrutiny. This wasn't a simple roster change. It was a public spectacle that embarrassed the organization and sent shockwaves across the entire league. It exposed a player who seemed completely detached from the idea of team loyalty.
Coliseum. However, in early December, Angel confirmed that she is staying with the Chicago Sky for her third season in the Wnba, where she was quoted as saying, "I'm under contract. I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler and build that relationship with Jeff and Tyler." Now, we all know Angel Reese flat out quit on the Chicago Sky. She wants nothing to do with being there. She literally said, basically, I'm showing up because I'm under contract and that's it. I'm going to play for you guys what she actually said and the tone in which she said it, but Angel Reese don't want to be there. She threw in the towel on this team. Once they suspended her,
we're looking at an exit so explosive it exposed serious turmoil behind the scenes, leaving fans, analysts, and teammates all questioning her commitment and even her future in the game. The consequences of this move will ripple far beyond the Chicago Sky. It's a dangerous precedent that could shadow her entire career. This wasn't just a disagreement or a clash of opinions. It was a public display of walking away, tearing apart team trust and cohesion. By abandoning her squad, she turned what could have been a private issue into a massive spectacle that put her professional reputation on the line.
Angel Reese flat out quit on the Chicago Sky. She wants nothing to do with being there. She literally said, basically, I'm showing up because I'm under contract and that's it. I'm going to play for you guys what she actually said and the tone in which she said it, but Angel Reese don't want to be there. She threw in the towel on this team. Once they suspended her for a half, and then they were gonna play her in the second half, and she was like, absolutely not. I said my back is hurting, so I'm not coming in at all. As a matter of fact, you can't suspend me because I'm not coming back for the rest of the season, is what she ultimately did to the Chicago Sky.
Disagreements behind closed doors are one thing, but when they spill onto the court and dominate the media, they become a distraction the team simply can't recover from. It cast her as a player, putting personal issues ahead of the team's goals, a mark that's nearly impossible to erase in professional sports. The moment things got tough, especially after her suspension, she effectively gave up on the team. Officially, it was said to be a sudden back injury, but insiders tell a very different story. After sitting out the first half, she was expected to return and support her teammates, yet she refused, citing pain at that critical moment. Coming immediately after disciplinary action, her decision looked far less like a legitimate injury and far more like a deliberate protest.
Once they suspended her for a half, and then they were going to play her in the second half, and she was like, absolutely not. I said my back is hurting, so I'm not coming in at all. As a matter of fact, you can't suspend me because I'm not coming back for the rest of the season, is what she ultimately did to the Chicago Sky, and just flat out embarrassed the organization. You had players like Courtney Vandersloot coming out because she had comments about Courtney Vandersloot and saying they need a younger point guard and Sloot might not be able to handle it at her age, and Courtney Vandersloot had to get on camera and fire back at her. You had players like Ariel Atkins, who sat at the podium early in the season.
The timing couldn't have been more suspicious, raising serious questions about her willingness to play when the going gets tough. This wasn't just defiance, it was a public display that left her teammates stunned and the coaching staff scrambling, exposing a rift that had clearly been simmering for some time. In that moment, she basically declared her season over. It was as if she was saying, "You can't suspend me," or more bluntly, "I'm not coming back." This shocking ultimatum to the Chicago Sky wasn't merely a refusal to play, it was a complete abandonment of her role. She walked away from a critical point in the season, leaving the team without a key contributor and publicly publicly humiliating the organization. Her actions showed a blatant disregard for both contractual duties and the loyalty teammates count on. The audacity of what she did left the entire WNBA community in shock, further tarnishing her reputation and casting serious doubt over her reliability.
Her back at her. You had players like Ariel Atkins, who sat at the podium early in the season defending one Angel Reese, talking about her crown is heavy and she deals with a lot and all of this stuff. By the end of the season, Ariel Atkins wanted nothing to do with the girl. She wanted nothing to do with her. So with all of that being said, I don't believe that Sandy Brondillo would want Angel Reese joining her team at all. To be completely honest with you, I couldn't see it at all. I don't see Sandy Brondillo doing that. I just got to be all the way real.
You need to realize this wasn't just a one-off act of frustration. Reese's behavior had already created serious tension in the locker room well before she walked out. She publicly criticized veteran point guard Courtney Vandersloot, hinting that the team needed a younger player who could keep up with the pace. In other words, she was effectively questioning Sloot, a WNBA legend, saying she was too old to get the job done. Vandersloot, of course, being the consummate professional, had no choice but to respond publicly to defend her skills and her legacy. This very public jab at a respected teammate revealed deep divisions and a striking lack of respect, eroding morale from within and inflicting lasting damage on the team's chemistry.
See you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Do you plan on returning to the Sky for year 3?
I'm under contract, so yes, I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler, and building that relationship with Jeff and Tyler.
Thanks. And then, how's your back doing? Have you made a full recovery?
Did that sound like somebody who was looking forward to going back? Man, I'm under contract, so I guess I'm gonna just. She don't want to be there. I don't even think the players on the team want her there. I don't think Camila Cardoso want to deal with it. I know Courtney Vandersloot don't want to deal with it.
Then there's the situation with Ariel Atkins, a teammate who had once been Reese's strongest ally. Atkins publicly defended her, emphasizing the heavy expectations Reese carried and the immense pressure she faced, standing up for her when others doubted her abilities. But by the end of the season, that support had completely evaporated. Sources say Atkins wanted nothing to do with Reese, a total reversal from her earlier advocacy. This stark shift exposed just how deeply trust and team unity had fractured, serving as a clear example of how toxic and escalated the internal conflicts had become.
And how's your back doing? Have you made a full recovery?
Did that sound like somebody who was looking forward to going back? Man, I'm under contract, so I guess I'm gonna just. She don't want to be there. I don't even think the players on the team want her there. I don't think Camila Cardoso want to deal with it. I know Courtney Vandersloot don't want to deal with it. I don't even know if Haley Van Lith want to deal with it anymore. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah. I recovered at the end of the season. I was all good. So just continuing to do recovery on my whole entire body, and figuring it out going into year 3. That was my focus this offseason.
Amid the chaos, the strange audio clips, and the palpable tension from her controversial exit and fractured team relationships, fans couldn't stop speculating about Reese's next move. When she showed up at a Raptors Magic game with her brother, who plays for Raptors 905, social media absolutely blew up. Fans latched onto the idea that Angel Reese might join the WNBA expansion team, the Toronto Tempos. Seeing the Reese family in the stands, coupled with posts from the Raptors official account, only fueled the frenzy, sparking dreams of a fresh start in a new city. But this fan-fueled excitement clashed sharply with the cold realities of professional sports, contracts, team dynamics, and unresolved issues that no social media post could erase.
Brondillo would want Angel Reese joining her team at all. To be completely honest with you, I couldn't see it at all. I don't see Sandy Brondillo doing that. I just got to be all the way real and honest with you guys. I can't see Sandy Brondillo doing that. Let's take a look at what Angel Reese had to say about her actually going back to Chicago, which she does not want to do.
See you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Do you plan on returning to the Sky for year 3?
I'm under contract, so yes, I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to
Fans had already started imagining Reese as the centerpiece of the Toronto Tempos, flooding social media with messages like, "Angel, put on that jersey. We need your rebounding." They envisioned her stepping into the city, settling in, and seamlessly joining a new team, acting as if the baggage from Chicago wouldn't follow her across the border. The public support highlighted just how much star power Reese still commands, even as her professional reputation took hits. Fans convinced themselves that head coach Sandy Brondello, a two-time WNBA champion, would be eager to have Reese on her roster. They dreamed of a redemption story. Under Brondello's guidance, Reese's raw talent could be refined, behavioral issues smoothed out, and a new career chapter built on stability and success. In their minds, it was a perfect match, but reality hit hard. By early December, Reese herself confirmed she was staying with the Chicago Sky for her third season. Her words were telling, "I'm under contract. I guess I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler and build that relationship with Jeff and Tyler." The tone was flat, reluctant, and devoid of real enthusiasm, exposing that she was there out of obligation, not passion. When asked about her back injury recovery, she brushed it off casually, emphasizing recovery over excitement. Every sentence screamed a player who felt trapped, performing a duty rather than embracing her role. This sentiment wasn't just Reese's own. Teammates like Courtney Vandersloot and Haley Van Lith were reportedly exhausted by the ongoing drama, the media circus, and the constant conflicts. The locker room that once felt unified was now fractured, with key players likely wishing for a fresh start to escape the chaos. From a professional standpoint, the fan-driven fantasy of Reese joining the Tempos was unrealistic. Brondello, known for her championship pedigree and strict commitment to team cohesion, would never risk bringing in a player with Reese's recent track record, someone who publicly quit, clashed with veteran teammates, and showed reluctance to fulfill contractual obligations. For a coach of Brondello's caliber, building a winning culture means discipline, accountability, and chemistry. Introducing a player with such baggage would undermine everything she's built. The stark contrast between fan hope and professional reality couldn't have been clearer. The idea of Reese thriving under Brondello's guidance, while exciting to fans, was seen as unrealistic by league insiders and analysts. Angel Reese often talks about keeping the main thing, emphasizing that basketball is her passion and the foundation of everything she's achieved. She acknowledges the lifestyle, family, and opportunities that the game has given her, but insists that she'll never forget. That basketball is where her heart truly lies. Yet her recent actions and those lukewarm public statements about her commitment to the Sky paint a very different picture. The disconnect between her words and her on-court engagement raises serious questions about her true priorities and loyalty. Adding to the concern, Reese has openly discussed her dedication to other ventures, saying things like, "I also want to give 100% to this, modeling, business, my podcast, everything else." While pursuing multiple interests is admirable, when paired with her on-court drama, it fuels the perception that her focus may be too divided for elite-level opportunities like USA Basketball, where laser-sharp commitment is non-negotiable. Critics argue this could be a major pitfall. Reese has stated, "Obviously, USA is something I'm never going to pass up," showing just how high the stakes are for her career and public image. Representing the United States is the pinnacle of achievement, demanding not just talent, but flawless conduct and an untarnished reputation. Her controversial exit from Chicago, public spats, and perceived lack of commitment now loom over her, threatening to overshadow her undeniable talent. In professional sports, dedication, a team-first mindset, and consistent professionalism are critical, especially when elite coaches and national committees scrutinize every aspect of a player's character. The fan-driven speculation about the Toronto Tempos underscores the gap between wishful thinking and reality. Reese's ambition to play for USA Basketball clashes sharply with her recent professional behavior. The league remembers the suspension, the public humiliation of the Sky, and the conflicts with teammates. These incidents leave a lasting impression, making it extremely difficult to earn the trust required for top-tier opportunities. The dream of representing the USA isn't just about skill, it demands sacrifice, teamwork, and the ability to handle adversity without creating chaos. Reese's tumultuous Sky exit, public disputes, and reluctance to fulfill contractual obligations directly directly contradict these ideals. While her perspective may justify her actions personally, national selection committees could easily interpret them as red flags, leading to a quiet but decisive rejection. In short, while Angel Reese may verbally prioritize USA basketball, her recent behavior tells a very different story. The question isn't just about her talent, it's about reliability, teamwork, and navigating pressure without creating drama. If her past patterns continue to overshadow her skills, missing out on elite opportunities, including the Olympics, wouldn't be surprising. It might be the inevitable result of a career marred by self-inflicted turmoil. The stakes for her next move have never been higher, and the pressure is mounting.